2020 to happen again. But until then, Republicans must win, and we must use every appropriate tool available to beat the Democrats. They are destroying our country. Whether you vote early, absentee, by mail, or in person, we are going to protect the vote. That's the most important thing we have to do, is protect the vote. Keep your eyes open, because these people want to cheat, and they do cheat, and frankly, it's the only thing they do well. We will make sure your ballot is secure and your voice is heard. Many Republicans like to vote on Election Day, and we must swamp the radical Democrats with massive turnout on Tuesday, November 5th. The way you win is to swamp them. If we swamp them, they can't cheat. It just doesn't work out. But if you can't make it, you need to make a plan, register, and vote any way possible. We got to get your vote. So with your vote, we will win a victory the likes of which no one has ever seen before. We will evict crooked Joe Biden from the White House, and we will take back our country on November 5th, 2024, the most important day in the history of our country. That's when it's going to go down. Thank you.
No, Joe hasn't been running the country. And now, the Democrat Party bosses have anointed Kamala Harris. So let's talk about her record. The most progressive senator. Now think about that. That's a high bar coming from California. She campaigned on banning fracking. She campaigned on packing the courts. She served as the border czar and let millions and millions of illegal immigrants come into the country. Do we want a radical, liberal Californian like Kamala Harris running our country? And by the way, do we want Pennsylvania's Governor Josh Shapiro in the White House? Now, I'll quote Shapiro. He says he likes to get shit done. But I don't know that he's done diddly squat. Progressives have the run of the governor's mansion here in Harrisburg, just like they have in the White House. We need Donald J. Trump back in the White House. We need him back in the White House to actually get shit done and put Americans first. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
You can keep trying, but you will not succeed. We will take down the corrupt DAs, the corrupt AGs, and I don't care how much money you got behind you. The truth comes out, and President Trump has been and is innocent of any crime other than loving this country. Committing a crime. Because the only co-conspirator I know of the Biden-Harris administration is you. And you have lied to us about President Biden for the last 3.5 years. And just like in our courts, and just like Jack Smith, Letitia James, and D.A. Bragg, the truth always comes out. So, let me just tell you, America, her policies are the same ones we've been living for 3.5 years, so don't get it twisted. They don't work. She is worse than a socialist. She is worse than Bernie Sanders. And guess what, Kamala? You're gonna lose just like he did. Ladies and gentlemen, she is proud to say that she raised money when the radical liberals pulled out and took out their own man, Sleepy Joe, that can't spell Bob backwards. And if everybody pulls out $1 and donates to DonaldJTrump.com, we were going to give them a run for their money because our policies are right. We are on the right side of America, and we love this country and our children. I am so honored to be back in Pennsylvania. Thank you, everybody. God bless America. God bless President Trump. Thank you.
Politicians, look out for miners, not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and they hold beast, milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of 5 rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. People
is unbroken and our will is undeterred. Nothing will stop us on our mission to make America great again. Nothing's going to stop us. Front row Joe's over here. Front row Joe's, look at them. They've been to 212 events. They think you voted for Trump. Front row Joe's. They love us, so we love them. Thank you very much. Thanks. But as we're fighting to bring back the American dream for you and your family, the radical left Democrat Party bosses have installed a puppet candidate to fight only for themselves. Kamala Harris got 0 votes. She's totally scripted, owned, and controlled by the donors and the power brokers who created her campaign and who rip off our government and make billions and billions of dollars. They want to call them up and they want to deal with her. And I didn't deal like that. I never dealt like that. I didn't need the money. I said, no, I don't want to do that. I told a lot of guys that I like and some guys that I don't like, but very rich people, I just can't do that. I can't. And you know that. Oh, I could have had such a nice, easy life. I could be at a nice place right now, relaxing, watching the waves breaking. But I'd rather be right here in Harrisburg with you. The people that built our country. I mean, some people don't like saying that, but you are indeed the people that built the country. We have, no matter where we go, we have the most incredible people. After lying to the country for years about Joe Biden's mental and physical condition, Kamala is now being given a personality makeover. Don't forget, 4 weeks ago, she was like considered the worst. Not smart, terrible, the worst vice president in history. He's the worst president we've ever had. But they were considered terrible. And all of a sudden, she's the new Margaret Thatcher. That happened. The great Margaret Thatcher. No, I don't think so. But you're gonna learn. Joe Biden, I mean, on the winning team. Hey, is Joe Biden was that the phoniest phone call you've ever seen? How do you think, Dan? What do you think? Dan is a great congressman. What do you think? Was that a phony phone call? You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't get away. In your district, you wouldn't get away with it, would you? But she's a defund the police radical trying to pass herself off as a tough on crime prosecutor. She wasn't tough on crime. She's only tough on guys like me because they want to go after their political opponents. And we won the big case in Florida. Did you see? We won it. And he had a similar case, but it was much worse, and he didn't have the Presidential Records Act. He had a similar case. And you know, the special counsel, which is basically special prosecutor, adjudged him to be essentially mentally incompetent with poor memory, but a nice old guy. He's not old. You know, 81 is not old. I have friends that are 95 that are still, Bernie Marcus, founder of Home Depot, 95 years old, still sharp, still sharp. I spoke to him the other day. I said, I think you're smarter now than you were 30 years ago. I don't know what's going on. I said, what's going on? It's working every 81 is not old. And but he's different. He's a bad 81. This is a hell of a big arena. How many seats? This looks like Madison Square Garden. This is a big, beautiful place. Although they'd prefer that we be in an arena, I don't know why. But we're not giving up the outdoor rallies. You know, all those people that we had to turn away today at an outdoor rally, we had 107,000 people show up in New Jersey. 107,000. But you know, in the South Bronx, we had 25,000 people. It was like a love fest. South Bronx, tough place, but there was a lot of love. No matter how much Kamala Harris tries to change her image, she cannot change this fact. She is the most extreme liberal candidate in the history of our country by far. She's an extreme radical left lunatic. saying for the last 6 months, I've been saying about politicians, because I really know politicians. Well, I've dealt with them on both sides, and then I said, let's do this. Thank you. But when a politician comes out early on with an idea like she wants to defund the police and all these other things she wants to do, really bad things, that's where they're at. They're going to be there eventually, right? Mike Kelly, stand up, Mike, will you please? This guy, he used to stand up. He's my friend. He endorsed me on day one, right? Day one. He endorsed me before I was running. He said, that guy's got to run. I endorsed him. I didn't even run. How many endorsements do I have? Well, you got Kelly of Pennsylvania. I love you in this state. Kamala Harris co-sponsored Bernie Sanders' $32 trillion socialist takeover of the entire U.S. health care system. Think of this. U.S. health care, it would mean that we're going to have to raise your taxes, bankrupt our country, and she supported outlawing all of the private health insurance. A lot of people in this room have some people want private health. Some of it's incredible. You go to these companies, they're doing an incredible job. They want to be able to, she wants that banned and she wants that outlawed. You can't buy that anymore. You're paying for it, but it's great stuff. I mean, some of the companies have unbelievable, the golden plans and all that, and she wants it to be ended. She pledged to give free taxpayer-funded health care to all illegal aliens. Think of that. Which will totally destroy our social security system. She sponsored a bill to give illegal aliens taxpayer-funded lawyers so they could sue us. And she called for abolishing ICE. These are unbelievable patriots, by the way. They're almost as tough as our congressman sitting in the front. They're almost as tough as